Man, I'm in these pits, I take a look around and I dream of a time where in, let's say, the pro class, we have, 4+ multi-time winners in a season. We have major sponsors backing the racers and the sport. Within these pits, we have superstars on their own who have major influence within the snowmobile industry and beyond. There may be a lot of injuries. That's part of the sport. But despite that, there's still kick-butt racing. And then I take a big, frothy sip of perspective and I realize that that is what we're living in right now. That is 2022, 2023, and boy, do we have a lot to be grateful for. It's been an epic year, and it all comes to a close here in Dubuque, Iowa. We're crowning champions. We've never had our series finale here in Dubuque, and we've never had it in April, so this is wild. And coming here yesterday, I was a little bit nervous seeing the track, the warm temperatures, but they've been preserving the snow. They broke it up today. It's going to provide us challenges. Yeah, it might be a little juicy out there, but it's going to be a great time. And I can't say enough about the venue and everyone's support in these pits and within the series and our partners for making it all possible. Excited to crown some champions and end cap this season in an epic way. U.S. Air Force pit walk time. I'm Haley Shanley. Let's get to it. Making our way through, I think what I want to do is set you up with our storylines, our potential championship situations. And everyone knows my track record with math is not good, so I'm not even going to try to stumble through it. What I want you to do is head over to snocross.com, check out the event preview, and that's where you'll see championship scenarios heading into round 15. And of course, things get tricky when there are heat races involved in 2 motos or in Triple Crown situation, 3 different races. So we're going to keep you updated. We'll publish a new one before round 16. So that's where I want to send you to for the scenarios. But for pro women, it's yet to be decided. Mylene Coutu, of course, leading those points. She has a big gap over Taven Woody, but it's far from over. We're looking at also pro light. Jordan LaBelle has not sealed the deal going into round 15, but he could do it tonight. And in the pro class, Elliot Sichel has the points lead, and he can realistically get it done, but it is not out of the question for both Emil Haar and Cody Cam to sweep in there. And of course, Emil Haar has been crazy good at Triple Crown. But how good is Emil Haar? Let me break out the big guns. Break it down for you. Okay, Emil Haar. First time Judnick Motorsports Polaris has had a weekend sweep in team history. This is a team who's been around for quite some time, and they have quite the resume, but that was the first time in their history that they have swept an entire weekend, all 6 races. And in 5 out of 8 times, he has been fastest in the second or third race. And what is his recipe to success? It's his ability to move forward and his ability to carry that stamina all the way through the end. That's 24 minutes plus whatever it breaks down to for that plus lap. So Emil Haar has been crazy good, and what a shakeup. You know, adapting this new format, allowing it to stick for the season, has created epic moments and unique challenges. So it's been a lot of fun to pay attention to. Making our way through the pits here, these are the pro pits. The way we have to split it up here in Dubuque, Iowa, is this is your primary pro pits. We do have some pros spilling over to the other side of this ski rental area, the chalet. So you'll see more down there. One that you don't see behind me is Taven Woody. So breaking news on Taven Woody, last weekend in Cannonsburg, Michigan, had an unfortunate crash and hurt her knee. Now, she didn't know if she was just going to race or line up for starts that Saturday night, but she did. She ended up racing, said it didn't feel good, but she did, trying to get as many points as she can, hang on for what she hopes is a second place finish. Now, fast forward to this weekend, they talked to the surgeon, or the doctors, they didn't get the news they wanted, so she has surgery scheduled for April 11th. So she's still going to try lining up this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and that's an injury, and that's a situation that I think would deflate the energy of a lot of racers and sideline them. But no, not tough Taven Woody. We'll see her out there. And tonight, actually, round 15 marks the final round for the snowbike classes. So Troy Horvati leading those points right now coming into the weekend. If just one round, again, check out the scenarios at snocross.com. Troy Horvati could win his first ever snowbike championship. So he's been on fire this year. Jesse Kirchmeyer's been right there, and RJ Marnock as well. So the Canadian duo of Horvati and Marnock have been so exciting, as well as Jesse Kirchmeyer is always a thrilling racer, always a front runner. So those 3, the battles have been exciting. So again, we have the full lineup and list of pro snowbike racers that are in attendance this weekend for their championship round. And I know on these pit walks, I talk a lot about the national divisions, the pro national divisions, and that, by the way, is not to exclude anyone from the amateur national divisions. That just happens to be the group of classes that I don't get to cover on race weekends, but all the hard work and showing up every single weekend and putting forth the effort, and many of them also racing the regionals, by the way. So an expansive season for them. All of that contribution and hard work, it's not lost on us. So Amateur National Division's excited to crown champions with them in person this year at the AMSOIL Night of Champions, which is a race team and industry exclusive banquet. We're excited to have it back in session this year. As we're making our way through the pits, just behind me here, we see Ryan Frank, who's back for Krajicek Racing Arctic-Cat, lining up for Pro-Am Plus 30. He's a winner this year in Deadwood, South Dakota. Back there behind me, we had Anana Hauger, Holshot Hauger, and her dad, Joe Hauger, who many votes rolling in for him for Mechanic of the Year. So Fratellone Racing had a fantastic year they've had. And it's not over yet, we still have this weekend, but it's really been such a pleasure to follow along with Inanna, with Eric Downs, and the Pro Light podiums he's had in the entire team. So great stuff coming from the Polaris operation. 37 podiums in one team. Skoquist Race Team Skidoo, the stats are in. That is pretty remarkable. 37 in one season, and that's still with 1 weekend to go. Exceptional. So here I am signing off once again for our final U.S. Air Force pit walk of the season. Guys, it's such an honor and such a distinguished pleasure to be here with all of you on these race weekends and get to help carry the coverage. We have a phenomenal team, phenomenal racers and teams that fill our pits, and it truly is so much fun to get to show up to work each and every weekend. And like I said, gratitude is the attitude. We have a lot to be thankful for here in the snowcross and snowmobile industry for what we get to witness and what we get to enjoy each and every weekend, and put that out there for the world to enjoy. That's something sweet. So with that said, we'll see you guys next season. Look forward to celebrating with all of you teams at the AMSOIL Night of Champions. But until next season, make it a great summer. We'll see you then.